All right. Welcome back to more FLA Homes. If you're new to the channel, my name is Christian Clay. Alongside me is one of our real estate rock stars on the squad, Epoxy. Josh, how are you?
What's going on, man? How's it going today?
It is going splendid. If you can get any of our viewers out there a great deal on one of these lots that we're showing right here, it would be a win. Community breakdown. We're in Lake Alfred, Florida. We're showing you a community that we have a ton of clients in. I would argue that this community we probably have the most of our clients in this community if we were to just kind of add up the communities that we have a bunch in. But there's good reason for it. We're going to break down the reason why. We're going to talk about how we've been effectively been able to negotiate for our clients in these communities, take them home.
Yeah, so like you were saying, man, at our end of the year video year last year, this was actually the community that I deemed the community of the year in my eyes for that reason, just the amount of people that we helped in this community. Plus, this one hits home for me, man, because this is kind of one of the two communities that the Epoxy Josh name originated in. So
That's exactly right.
really a
I
big fan of this
remember, I
community.
remember we were doing closing videos, right? This is back when we used to pop the champagne and we had like three in a row, right? We did one and we're like, all right, we got to go up the road. And I'm like, okay, who am I with now? And Josh is like, it's me again. And every time we went into a new home, he's like, he got the epoxy for me. He got the epoxy. And that's where it came from. That's funny.
Yeah, so nice community out in Lake Alfred, Florida, which used to be one of those areas that wasn't well known, but it's actually became one of those areas that a lot of people know about now.
Hmm.
Really popular area because of the proximity to Disney, to Posner, to Lakeland, and not having to deal with that Highway 27 traffic to get there. So this is Silver Lake. It's a community by Pulte. This is a community that is getting really close to its closeout phase. There's not a bunch of lots left, and there's only 18 of the 50-foot lots left out here, which is going to be mainly those lots that are going to be butting up against the conservation areas, which we deem those unduplicatable lots.
Love those. Love those. Let me just show everybody on a map here real quick. So situated right between Tampa and Orlando for those people. Anytime we hop on a consultation call and everybody's like, I want to move to Florida. I want to move to Central Florida. I'm like, okay, why? Right? You want the beaches, you want Tampa, you want the theme parks. And a lot of people that don't know what they want, they end up in this kind of general area. Or they're like, hey, I love the beaches, but I work in Orlando, or I like the theme parks. You guys get it, right? Posner Park, 14 minutes away. Big lots. You have Dick's Sporting Goods, which is your favorite. You like to go hit the putt and golf out there. Movie theater. There's a lot of shopping. It actually gets really crowded here because Josh was talking to you about Highway 27. Kind of one of the negatives to Davenport and living in this area is creeping up Highway 27, how long it takes you. This back road to get there, which is actually Interstate I-4, but just hopping right on the interstate there. And check this out, 22 minutes to Disney. I've argued with people online about this. That's what it says to us, right? So I guess on a worse day, it'll be a little longer. 45 minutes to the Orlando International Airport. And check this out. So you have to now one of the knocks to Silver Lake or even, living in the Lake Alfred area is you don't really if you had a Publix in here, bro, that would unlock so much potential. But right now it's about an 11-minute drive to get to your closest grocery store, which is not the end of the world. Not the end of the world.
Yeah, and kind of like you were touching on the times, with that revamped I-4 that they've restructured and added lanes to, you're going to get a lot more of those lower travel times on Interstate 4 now than you used to. So you're not going to have all that clogged area that usually you would see between that Highway 27 area going into Champions Gate Disney. Now, I'll even travel on I-4 because you can get to Orlando on I-4
Mm-hmm.
without sitting in traffic all day now. So Lake Alfred has even got that much better with that revamped I-4.
We were telling a lot of our clients, the reason why we have a lot of clients in these communities, it's still affordable, right? You get homes in the low 300s, conservation views. We'll show you all of that. We're going to take you on a home tour. Affordable, solid warranty with this builder right here. Josh is going to talk more about that. And you're close to Disney, sneaky close to Disney, right? So we were talking about this community before it was anything. So anybody that was considering maybe Claremont, Horizon West, for reasons of being close to Disney, let's just say Claremont, for example. Like, I want to live in Claremont because I want to be close to Disney, but I have a budget of 400,000. How tough could that be, right? You can accomplish that here and be 22 minutes away from Disney. So I think it checks a lot of boxes there.
Yeah, and I actually took some clients out to this community this past weekend, just kind of showing them around. They were originally looking in the Davenport area, and I was like, you know what? You're looking in the Davenport because you want to be this many minutes away from this. Let me show you this Lake Alfred community that your prices are going to be well lower than what you're seeing in this Davenport community, and your travel times are still going to be the same. So I took them out to this community. They were seeing the views. They're like, yeah, we definitely don't see this in Davenport. And then take them to this amenity center that this place has, and they were just like, wow, you get all of this. Which, as we were just looking at the amenity center a minute ago, you have the big, huge cabana, nice pool area, the cornhole. I don't know if you can see the hammocks, but they have the hammocks over there, the playground. They have some really nice walking trails that go around the lakes and the conservation area. So really a lot to offer. And the fees out here are going to range in that 208 to 232, and that's HOA and CDD included. But look at what you get for this price point.
Yeah, you get a lot with it, man. You get a lot for it, I should say. So we're going to take a look at actually this home right here. So are we ready for this home tour?
Yeah, let's get it, man.
Let's get it. I love it. All right. So what are the specs of this home for somebody that's interested?
So this is mine and a lot of my clients, what they tell me their favorite floor plan when I show them Pulte. This is the Medina. It's a 3-3 with a flex. It's 2,200 square foot. And as you can see, it's on a very gorgeous lot, non-duplicatable, conservation in the back. So this big lanai that you're going to see in a minute in the back, go out there in the mornings and sip your coffee, and you're not looking at somebody. You're looking at conservation area, trees, birds, wildlife that's always going to be there.
Those are the things that we like to fight for our clients. So 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom with a flex checks a lot of boxes for I think a lot of people nowadays working from home, right? Being able to have that office or that extra space kind of makes it somewhat of a 4-2, but or 4-3. Sorry, but not that. This in our book is a level 2 product. Now this builder can do a level 3 product all over the place. They sell $1 million homes in Orlando all the freaking time, but out here they spec a lot of their homes out. And if you were to build, they give you a few packages to select from. So you don't get to go fully to the
Correct.
design studio, do these structural upgrades. So you're getting a builder that does a traditionally like a level 3 product, and they're dumbing it down, so to speak, to make it easy for you and get you in some of these low 300 price points. What's the price point of this home, at least what they're asking? Because we've been getting like deals way better than what they've been asking out here.
Yeah, so as of right now, they have this one priced at 449.
Okay.
That is because they have some of the higher end finishes in this home. You'll see like the tray ceilings, the bigger islands, and then obviously the lot is going to come at a premium on this one because it is one that has no rear neighbors with that conservation. And you don't have a neighbor directly to the side of you. It's actually a walking trail to the side of you, which gives you that much more room between you and your neighbor. So the lot's really what kind of pushes this price point up.
Yeah, gives you. We'll take a look at that exterior one more time before we finish up. I'm gonna zoom us up just to get. So it looks like we have washer, dryer, big old utility room here. So we're not even going to talk about what the builder's offering, right? Like we've transitioned into the stage where the builder's going to offer this, and then the next week they're going to offer that, and that. We're going to apply our cap strategy to extract the most for you guys. And if epoxy can fit in there, it's been shown that we can get that done in this community. But the idea is to not play off of what the builder is offering, right? It's to apply our strategy and extract the most for everybody out there. So if you want some representation from somebody that's going to do the best for you, make sure you reach out to us. Email team@morefla.com. Now, it doesn't stop there. Like getting the deal is awesome. Love the look of this home, right? But making sure we're locking in the quality is extremely important. Getting those inspections, having somebody do a detailed walkthrough like this for you. That way you can see your home. Maybe you're living in Chicago or New York, or maybe you're living in Florida. Maybe you're living in Haines City and you're like, hey, it's time for me to move to Lake Alfred. We got your back. We got your back.
Yeah, absolutely. And like this home specific, I was out of this community, obviously, getting stuff to let people know about this community. But at the same time, I have some people that are looking in this general area. So I was out there getting more in-depth drone footages of these lots, of these homes, getting a little bit more videos of some other homes. And those were for the people that I'm working with that are interested in these homes that aren't living in state that are able to come see these homes. So in order for them to know what's going on, like what it looks like, what the lot looks like, what it offers, that's what we're here for, is to make sure they know they have the boots on the ground here with us to show them all this and keep them up to date with what's changing, what's going on.
Transparent documentation. All right, great example of this. And then we're going to leave you guys alone, right? Make sure you let us know if you like this home or not. But transparent documentation, perfect example, right? You were showing this builder in Davenport, and then you showed or recommended this builder to a client. Now it's in Lake Alfred, right? The same builder, two different locations. Typically, if you were to just walk in, two different sales reps, right? And if you were to fall in love with the home, you would have one of them sending you photos of the home, the other one sending you a plot map of the home. With us, we're gonna break down the entire thing. We're gonna make sure you can get a pool in your backyard if you want to, show you the videos of the updates and all of that good stuff. Maybe even show you the cons, right? And I think that's where we really can come into play, right? Davenport community is not going to talk bad about Davenport's community. They're going to talk to you about all the good things about it. And then you shift over to Lake Alfred, they're going to do the same thing. With us, we can turn over every stone to gain the leverage for you guys. All in all, though, I love the flooring. This looks like LVP for me. 2 sliders. Did we already take a look at that, the view from the backyard? I think we did, and I was yapping away.
It'll come at the very end.
Okay, cool. Yeah, stick around for that. I love that. Make them stick around, Josh.
But yeah, and prime example of kind of what you were just discussing, like the community in Davenport, same builder. Then you have this community in Lake Alfred, same builder. It's 2 different divisions. So even if you were going to the one in Davenport, they're not even going to tell you about this one in Lake Alfred because they're wanting you to stay in their territory and buy from them, which with us, you're not going to get that. We're telling you everything we know, which we're out here every day in these communities, in the different areas. Plus, we have multiple people on the team that all cover different areas. So if there's something we're not aware of, somebody on the team knows it, and we kind of bounce things off each other so we know what's going on in all the areas. And that's what you're going to get when you work with us.
Now, one thing that I love about this builder is the warranty, right? So 10-to-1 warranty is what you typically see standard in the industry. Now, I must tell you guys, some builders are starting to take away from that. I want to make you guys aware of that. Some builders are taking away from their 10-year structural, or they're taking the 2-year of the appliances and all the, everything behind the wall. This builder still stands on their 10-to-1, and they have the extra 5-year water intrusion. Love that. Don't expect you to use it, but I love that you have it, and I love that they say, you know what, let me give you more while everybody's taking away. So that's something that we definitely do appreciate about this builder.
Yeah, absolutely. I seen one the other day where they bumped a 10 down to 7 and they bumped a 2 down to 1. So it's a 7-1 instead of a 10-2-1, which in my opinion, if they're taking things away from the warranty, they're not as confident about what they're doing right now.
They're taking things away from the warranty. They're making it harder for you to get outside inspections done, right? And how they're able to do that is they give you opportunities to ask for the inspection, right? And let's just say you go under contract and you ask for the inspection. Well, then you got to get your inspector from the outside approved by them. So you're going to have to submit licenses and all of that stuff. This is the whole game. Not that this builder plays, but builders in general are starting to play to make it to where it's like, well, you didn't get approved because it took you 3 weeks for us to get the approval. We have all that SHIT taken care of already. So we can show you 2 to 3 inspectors and say, hey, look, which one fits your needs? They're both approved. Let's get this thing done. So I love taking care of our people.
Yeah, and another thing that you really don't hear much is when they're talking about that 10-2-1. So that 1 is going to be your workmanship, which is going to be, all the human error that's going into the home as far as you drywall, paint, all that such stuff. So you do get a 1 year. But with that 1 year, you can't like every day be putting in a claim. Like you're only going to get one shot to cover that 1 year. So if you miss a bunch of stuff on your initial inspection, you go in there, do it yourself, really don't know what you're looking for, don't get that outside inspector. You either got to do it early and void the rest of your year, or you've got to wait till about that 10-month mark before you can finally start getting that stuff fixed. And as a homeowner, once you see something, you're going to see that every day that you walk into that home, and you don't want to be looking at some miscue every day you walk into that home. And I promise you, there will be miscues.
He's saying that from the heart, man. You guys you're gonna see something. It's true though, right? We always say
you're gonna see it.
Even when we go through the blue tape walkthrough, right? And we're helping spotting all of these things. I always like to tell everybody, like, even though we're going crazy and we're trying to hit everything, we're gonna see one thing. You're gonna see one thing that we've missed, and it's just part of it, right? But we want to make sure our people are covered behind the scenes. Now, if you want more information on this community or this home or any other community, make sure you reach out to us. Email team@morefla.com, or the phone number is actually floating above, or it's in the description all the way down at the bottom. Anything else, Ron, before we hop off?
Yeah, this is a hot community. This is a community that is getting nearing the closing phase. They're not going to have a lot of time left out here. So if this is an area, if Davenport's an area you're interested in, but you want a lower price point, this is an area that you're going to want to check out real soon before it's all gone, especially these prime lots that they have along the conservation areas. Those will not last. They will be gone ASAP.
We can prove it to you better than we can tell you. If you made it this far, make sure you hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, what the heck are you doing? Catch you guys on the next one.
Later.